Let me tell you about Timothy Chi. Timothy Chi is an Australian man who started dating a lovely young woman named Candice when they were in their mid-20s. A week after their first date, Timothy sent Candice a letter. That in itself, I think, is amazing. He actually wrote and posted an actual letter to her. It was beautifully handwritten, with an enlarged letter at the start, just like illustrated books from days gone by. And over the next few years, Timothy continued to write his love notes to Candice. And from time to time, and I'm sure you can agree, it's very romantic. 3 years and 14 letters later, Timothy turns up at the door one day and he encourages Candice to get out all the letters he's sent. And it's a good job she's kept them. And laying them out in front of them on the table, he showed her that each of those carefully crafted large first letters at the start of the letter, in order, spelt out the words, "Will you marry me?" Wow. What a lot of hard work and planning. 3 years he spent on just the proposal. I'd hate to have been around for his wedding speech. When I asked Vicky to marry me, it was nothing so romantic or well planned. The truth is, I was so nervous and excited, I woke her up early just so that I could get it done as fast as possible. 3 years of planning seems like far too much like hard work to me. And yet we're willing to put in a bit more hard work to go the extra mile for those we love, aren't we? I remember one very memorable Friday night when, as an older teenager, myself and a friend wanted to go to a gig in London. And we knew the only way we'd be able to make the last train home would be to leave the gig early. But we really didn't want to do that. In the end, my dad drove the 150-mile round trip from Portsmouth to London to come pick us up. We didn't get home till well after 2 a.m. by the time we dropped my friend off too. All so that the two of us didn't have to miss the Less Than Jake singing the last 3 songs of their set. The things we do for those we love. There has been a theme throughout 1 Timothy of urgency and hard work, of constant effort. Let me read to you 1 Timothy 4 verse 10. It says, "That is why we labour and strive, because we have put our hope in the living God, who is the Saviour of all peoples, and especially of those who believe." We're willing to labour and strive, to work hard, to persist at something, if we think that the result is worth it, to spend 3 years on a proposal, if we think the woman we're proposing to, the marriage, will be worth it, if we think the person we're doing it for is worth it. And sometimes being a Christian can be like hard work. It's difficult to be different, to set ourselves apart. It's hard to forgive. It's a challenge to love even those who seem unlovable. But I think the effort is worth it. I think Jesus is worth it. We strive for Jesus because he died to save us. We labour, we work hard, we persist because the hope that comes from putting our trust in the living God is worth the effort we put in. In the L'Oreal adverts, the ladies flick their long, shiny hair and say, "Because you're worth it." I can't replicate that. I can't quite get the flicking motion right. But today I do want to remind you why we strive to live godly lives as followers of Jesus. We do it because he's worth it.